Bouncing back after breaking down, Bob Thibodeau.
All right, listen up. My name is Robert Thibodeau, and for the next 5 to 7 minute block of instruction, I'll be your primary instructor. You will pay attention to what I'm saying. You will take it to heart. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
I didn't hear that. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
That is how I was taught to use as an attention getter when I gave a presentation. Of course, that was 30 plus years ago in the Army, and it worked great back then. People paid attention, especially when they were with basic training. Probably not so much in a business conference today. But that was my background. That's where I came from. All I ever wanted to do was make the military a career. I joined the military, joined the Army straight out of high school. Just loved it. 10 days after I graduated high school, I was already in basic training, thriving in the environment. Then, when I hit permanent party, I just loved it. I was on a mountaintop in Korea overlooking the DMZ. I was doing what I was called to do. And I was starting to develop the leadership skills necessary to survive in the military and thrive in the military. When I made E5, Sergeant E5, they sent me to the NCO Academy. At the NCO Academy, 8th U.S. Army NCO Academy in Korea, I was the first person ever in their history to go through the entire academy with a true 100% rating, all the way through the academy with 0 demerits. I was a distinguished graduate. That obviously made my unit very happy because it made them look good. Afterwards, they asked me to go up for NCO of the quarter. Now, that wasn't my thing, but they insisted. I said, okay. And I won. Went to battalion, I won that. Went to brigade, won. Went to I Corps and won. Then I went to I Corps for NCO of the year. I won that, and they sent me on to 8th U.S. Army in February of 1982 to compete for NCO of the year for all of Korea. I lost that competition. I took second place. I lost by 1 point. And I applied for drill sergeant school and was accepted. That was the best 3 years of my military career. I got to yell at people, make their life absolutely miserable, and got paid to do it. Actually, the Army paid me extra to do it. It was great. As my 3 years of being a drill sergeant came to a close, so I decided to apply for officer candidate school and was accepted. And I had it timed out perfect where I could do my time without really worrying about being promoted because everybody made captain. I knew I only had a 2-year college degree, associate's degree. Well, I was never going to make major, that was for sure. But I had it timed out perfect where I wouldn't have to worry about making major because by the time I hit my second pass over for promotion, I'd already have over 18 years in and I'd be locked in for retirement. Plan was working great until the Army decided they had too many people and that they were going to start cutting force. And they started with their officers. Wow. Well, I got called in the colonel's office. He said, you didn't make the list. I, no problem, I'll make the next one. And that's when the carpet got pulled out from underneath me. He said, the Secretary of the Army has waived the second one. You're no longer employed. I had to go over to personnel and pick up my clearance papers. That fast, my career was shot. That impacted me deeply. With no other background other than knowing how to kill people efficiently, I was finding it hard to get a job. Now what am I going to do? Well, alcoholism, depression, my weight ballooned up to about 270 pounds. It was just a bad time. Ended up, I had gone to Bible school. At Bible school, I worked 2 jobs plus went to school full time, surviving the entire time there and about 2 hours a day of sleep. Except 1 day a week when I was off, which I slept most of that day. Afterwards, I decided to start a trucking company, which is just a small truck, local hauls in the Dallas area, picking up at the airport, delivering to factories. And that worked great until the company I was contracted with went bankrupt. Again, what am I going to do? Came here to Baltimore, became a cop, loved it. Loved the people, loved the job, loved the pressure of the job. I thrived in it. And then May 12th, 2007, while working an accident scene in the rain, I also ended up injured in the accident scene. 3 years and 3 or 4 surgeries later, they decided I was no longer able to do the job. Another career yanked from me. But while I was recovering from one of the surgeries, I was trying to figure out, Lord, what's next? I'm in my 50s. What am I going to do to start over? And that's where the radio station, the online radio station, and the podcast came from. And that's what I'm doing now. I've been doing it for 8 years. We've been rated #1 in the world on many occasions by shoutcast.com. And I get to meet all kinds of different people. I even interviewed Don. That's how hard up I was. But anyway, you can bounce back after being broken down.